do you guys think of the VP debate?
It was actually pretty good.
It just was. I missed the smack talking.
They did a different approach of I'm gonna out friendly you.
Yes.
Like JD Vance would be like, you know, and Kamala Harris is gonna destroy America, and then Tim Walz is like, you know, I agree with JD. I'm like, this guy, dude. This guy is amazing. He's like your drunk uncle at a party.
Welcome back, everybody, to another awesome episode of The Careful Boys, where today, let's clap for Kalyne, everybody. Why?
Why are we doing that again?
Because we celebrate each other, Bart.
We did that already, though.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Question for y'all. Depending on who wins the election this time around.
Oh, I'm leaving America either way.
Whoa. For real? Both ways?
No, I'm just kidding, but it happens every year. You know how every year people are like, if Trump becomes president.
Every year there's presidential election.
Every election. They go, I'm leaving America. I can't live under a dictatorship. But then the same, they should never leave. I know. It's hilarious.
Stuck there for like 20 years.
Barbara Streisand's like, I'm out of here, dude. Yeah. And then she just like, what? She buys another house, buys her neighbor's house, evicts them, and then adds to her own house.
And keeps all their assets that they have out here.
So is there anything that you guys plan on doing, or how would you react depending on who wins?
I'll probably have a big time, huge time chubby if Trump wins, because it'll be very good for crypto.
Trump.
Very good for crypto.
For all investments, real estate, stocks, all that shit.
But I just care about crypto.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, so
Will you buy more crypto if he wins?
I have enough.
Oh.
No, because I do value investing, right? Dollar cost average. So I really got my averages down so good that buying more is not what I'm all about right now. I'm about getting the out when we go up.
Yeah, finally for once.
Why do you ask such questions?
Because you see the darndest things nowadays about like what people are saying may or may not happen. On the most extreme cases, people are literally talking about like civil war. Have you guys seen this shit?
I think that people always do that though.
Every election cycle?
It sounds way more dramatic
Well, and if you remember too, when Biden got in, everyone was so sure the stock market was about to tank. Right, and these dumbasses are selling their stocks. Stocks just kept going up after that. That same shit, by the way, happened in 2016 when Trump won. People went, well, now we're going to get all kinds of economic calamity and World War III and shit like that. And everybody who dumped their stocks went up then too. So everyone does this ideological shit, thinking that like it's all about to be fucked because this candidate I don't like is now going to be elected. It never happens that way. It's going to be something else.
Do you agree that we are closer to World War III than we have been in a long time?
I don't know what World War III means anymore. I feel like we've been in World War III for like the last decade.
That's what I think.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what is World War III gonna be really? Like, whenever I hear people say World War III, it just means the nukes go off, right? Because we're in hot wars all over the fucking world right now. Like, what's World War III anymore?
I guess for the common person, it might be like if there's another official draft. Like, we are gonna go fight. Then maybe, but I agree with Steve. I feel like we've been...
I think governments are having more trouble now controlling their own citizens than ever before. So like the way, you know how like nobody really wants to go back to work, no one wants to join the military. That's happening worldwide. It's not just the US. Oh. So recruitment is low in all countries.
I think after COVID, we're kind of throwing our like temper tantrum after like, you know, we got locked in the house.
Yeah.
Told we can't do things, and now we're like, I'm an adult, I can do whatever I want a little bit, reacting the extreme the other way.
Yeah.
So I think this will kind of settle out eventually, but that's my feeling on how people feel.
Also, it's harder to demonize other countries because of the internet. Like before, it was easy to be like, oh, these communists, you know, they really want to fuck America up, so now we have to kill them all. Or like, it was easier to be war hawks, especially during the Bush administration right after 9/11. Everything was more like on this, oh, they're trying to destroy our freedoms, we're gonna go kill them all, right? And everyone had that same feeling. But I don't think that this day and age, especially because you have so many veterans coming out and saying, and like, hey, like, let's not let these wars that are just profiting these oil tycoons like kill our innocent citizens. Like, we want an actual army that's protecting this country, not just going out and making everybody else rich. And I think that rhetoric has actually like resonated with a lot of people. So it's hard to now recruit on these like past bullshit propaganda things about like, oh, we gotta kill Russians, we gotta do this. Why? Because they hate America just because.
Right.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Department of Defense, not Department of Offense.
Legit.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is, like, you know, Dick Cheney came out and he's like, I endorse Kamala. I'm like, if the devil comes out and endorses someone,
The devil.
I think I'm gonna choose someone else, dude.
I don't know anyone better to audition for the devil than maybe Dick Cheney.
And Tulsi and RFK are in Trump's camp.
Yep.
Which
That's
is the
what
only
makes me
reason
so
why I'm kind of leaning that way anyways. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't like either candidates, but the fact
'Cause
that
you love
Tulsi
one of
and
them.
that's right.
Yeah.
Somebody will put words in my mouth. They always do.
Yeah, love it.
But yeah, like talking about wars, Dick Cheney's one of the ones that profited the most, and he's like,
And he's
I like her.
Halliburton.
You're like, what the fuck?
Halliburton could do whatever they want, write a blank check, and the U.S. government would approve it. Like, so he starts all these wars, and then Halliburton comes in and says, "We're going to supply it," and they all just print it, dude.
Yeah, they
Printed
built
it.
KFCs and Burger Kings in Afghanistan and Iraq and shit. And all that's his money because of these wars.
Printed.
Which is wild to me that people don't see that. Like they just see it as like Democrat versus Republican versus like military industrial complex, the war, like profiteers,
Oligarchy.
all like pharmaceutical industry, all of these guys sponsoring it, both sides, and within both sides there's the Nikki Haley's and the Dick Cheneys and the people that are sponsored by these people on the right, and on the left same thing. And then so people just see it as like right and left, and if you choose one side then you're a racist, if you're choosing the other side then you're a dumb libtard. You don't really see that it's happening in both sides. You got to choose the right candidate that might be a fighting chance against the oligarchy.
What do you guys think of the VP debate?
It was actually pretty good.
Solid.
I thought it was better than the presidential debate.
It just was. I missed the smack talk and shit talking a lot. I do.
They did a different approach of I'm gonna out friendly you.
Yes.
Yeah. Dude, Tim Walz is like JD Vance would be like, you know, and Kamala Harris is going to destroy America, and then Tim Walz is like, you know, I agree with JD. I'm like, this fucking guy, dude. This guy is amazing. He's like your drunk uncle at a party.
I feel like he speaks first, talks later, and then tries to correct it once the sentence already comes out.
Dude, when he said he's friends with school shooters,
That's my favorite.
I was like, all
I'm
right,
friends with school shooters.
there's something here that I like about this guy.
Remember when he got called out about lying about China, being in China?
Oh yeah.
For Tiananmen Square, dude.
And at the end he was like, yeah, I made a mistake. I misspoke.
I was there. Technically, I was there that summer, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Vance is just really well spoken.
Very.
Incredible.
Well, isn't he a lawyer or something, or law? He went to law school. Or like,
I think they all are, aren't they? I mean, Kamala's a lawyer. Like most politicians.
but
I just know he's a Marine, and then he did something. I don't remember what he did. JD was, but
he went to law school or something. That's why. I mean, those guys are really good at.
Sure, articulating themselves and having.
Oh, and doing it quickly, like
Yes.
man, dude,
Oh,
like
dude.
the way that he crunched those moderators about that
They're
about
like battle rappers.
yeah, dude. Well, he could quickly get into a point and get out of it.
Yeah.
Like that was impressive because usually Trump will start going. Actually, my crowds are great. They're really good. And you're like, dude, come on.
He fucked up so hard.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
He took the bait every time.
I mean,
Yeah.
Kamala actually crushed it because she just stuck to her points.
That's it.
And then she
did do better than him.
she focused on like the things that people wanted to hear.
Exactly.
And then Trump just fucking took the bait every time. Like I think they figured out how to fuck with him.
Yeah.
You just got to be like, "Yo, your crowd's small." No, it's not. I got to What are you talking about? My crowd's massive.
And all he had to say the entire debate, all he had to say
Poke 'em.
is you're in charge right now, go do it. That's all he had to say the whole time.
Yes,
Didn't have to say anything else.
And he didn't do it till the last
I
minute.
know, it was so
He probably was like, "Oh yeah, I better focus on that."
yeah.
Because the whole, like, they didn't even have Tulsi on his team.
Yeah.
And he probably didn't even take any of the notes.
He
No
probably
way.
went off script.
There's
He
no
was
way.
like, Fuck it.
Yeah, listen, my crowd, it's the biggest, mega.
It's like when he was debating Biden and they got into it about who's the worst president
Like
ever.
golfing.
Oh my God.
Well, that too.
I see you
Yeah.
swing.
No, you're the
I
worst
know
president
the
ever.
swing.
No, you're the worst president.
The golfing one was fucking fun.
It was great. The golf shit was amazing.
So good.
So good. I don't even know what.
I was like,
'cause I
why
don't
are we
even know
talking
what-
about fucking golf right now?
I also don't know what it means. Like when he's like, oh, I'm a scratch golfer. I do whatever part. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that even means, but it sounds pretty good.
And they spent millions of dollars, or billions probably on that production. And they're just arguing about golf.
So like if Kamala, is it Kamala or Kamala or
It's actually Kalama.
Kalama?
Nailed it.
Alright, if Kalama wins, would you guys do anything different?
Sell my stocks.
Would you?
No, I just said I wouldn't do that. At minute 3.
What up, guys? Thank you for watching us for so long. If you like what we do, please support our Patreon. Joe, tell them what we have to offer.
So every week you get 2 videos. One never released director's cut, and another one 2 hot for YouTube, Patreon only. Every freaking week you get that, and you get access to our Discord where you can come chat with us.
And ask us questions that become episodes here because we're going to answer them and we're going to take it seriously and we want to give you the responses that you want. So come stay connected with us, join our Patreon, click the description below for full details. I think it's not about the person. You do the same fundamentals, like dollar cost average on whatever the hell you're doing, and then as the laws and new policies roll out, then you adapt to those things, but you don't really adapt to the person.
Like, yeah, and exactly. So if, exactly what Bart said, if she did this thing where she wants to tax unrealized gains, that would actually have an effect. I don't think she'll ever get it passed. But, and by the way, people are going to say, but that's only for people who make $100 million or whatever. Dude, that will mean that they have to sell their stocks. It will cause a huge chain reaction throughout the economy. Deal with it. It just is. I don't think it'll pass though. No chance that passes.
Yeah.
That is fucking crazy.
It's crazy. It wouldn't be like, hey, your mom and dad have unrealized gains, they have to sell their shit. Like that's not what it is. But it's the people who hold the most stock.
How does that even get proposed though? Is it just like it's just voting record, or like trying to get people to like side with like?
I wish I knew, man.
Well, I don't think it's ever the literal thing that they propose when they make a slogan.
Because I figure if you're a multi-billionaire who's also endorsing her because it's like beneficial for you, or you're fucking.
Well, because no one reads the policy, right? So by the time the bill gets to the, like, everyone's stacking their own shit into it. Because it has to be a deal from both sides. So you might even have something in there where it's like, we're gonna give another $2 billion to Ukraine, and then we're gonna do this, and then they stack all these things into it.
And then the fine print will be like no plastic straws or whatever. It has nothing to do with it. If you ever read it, it's like random shit.
Random shit. And like when they say, oh, we're gonna tax unrealized gains, right? And then when you get down to it, it might not even actually be the thing that they're going out and saying, but they want people to vote. So then the catchphrase sounds really good to the layman that's like, yes, these billionaires aren't paying their fair share.
Pay their fair share now.
It's always that way. It's like these billionaires, someone's gotta fight and stick it to them.
And
they never do.
Yeah,
they fucking never do.
They never show you what happens to their friends either.
Yeah.
They never like. It's just like what happened with Gavin Newsom in the taxing of the restaurants. Remember that? And then like because the Panera Bread guy was his homie, then he was exempt. But it's like that. It's like we never get to see the list of people.
Dude, it's like us during COVID. What the fuck was that about? Like, why are podcasts exempt from all these things? Like, it's because Gavin Newsom's buddies with like the entertainment industry. So like we got like these protections during COVID. We were allowed to.
You got trickle down protections, yeah.
Because this is an essential job now.
Which is it literally made me laugh out loud as I was driving here.
Driving with your mask on.
Yeah, it just made no sense. Yeah, well, I was driving low with my mask on, with the windows down.
Both masks.
Yeah, with the windows down.
It was probably meant for CNN and not for us, but we worked within that loophole.
Exactly. Oh, we're not part of a protected class. We just got loopholed in, baby.
Yeah.
But that's how that trickle down stuff works, you know. Like,
Right.
Oh, but I don't have $100 million. Not affect. It will affect you somehow.
Exactly.
Well, it'll affect the economy if it's enforced the way that people are talking about.
Even Cuban, who is like basically all the way in the tank for Kamala, thinks it's a dumb idea.
Yeah.
So that's why I actually think it's a little bit of stagecraft where you're running on something, and then as soon as you get elected, you just kind of let it go by the wayside.
Yeah, that happens every cycle.
Yeah, they never. I don't know any president that fulfills their promises of, like, Biden was excusing all of school debt.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the courts fought him on it. The courts fought him on it and won. So that's what happened there. And then with Obamacare, if you remember, he's like, if you like your health care right now, you can keep it. that was completely bogus,
Yeah.
right? So and they let the insurance companies help write the bill.
Yeah.
And now they made it so people had to opt in, right?
That was fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. It's like car insurance where you have to buy it, right? So everybody, you have to buy it. It becomes a new rail in our economy. It's fucking hilarious.
Wasn't it Trump that removed that? So then if you didn't want to spend $500 a month on insurance or whatever, you don't have to?
I think so, yeah. But I don't remember.
I never understood why they penalize you for not paying for health insurance.
Well, they needed to fund it.
Yeah.
That's the problem, is that it wasn't solvent. They were running out of money.
Which is always the case, right? They do these stupid things, they run out of money, and then they come after citizens abruptly, just like when the EDD in California came after us, and a lot of the small businesses, we know like maybe 4 people now that are getting hit with the whole EDD bullshit.
Yeah.
And they're just like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, you're actually way more affected by local laws, city, county, and state than you are the federal ones.
100%.
By a lot.
That's why I'm like, yeah, I mean, it does matter which administration is in, but we only got 4 years. And then it doesn't change that much.
But it's the last election, Joe.
For what?
This is the last election.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no more after this one.
There's no more. We ran out of them. So.
Of all the talking points that either candidate is throwing out there, either administration, which one do you hope actually like happens the most?
No wars?
That'll be tight.
Yeah.
I care about that less. More, yeah. SEC that doesn't fuck with Bitcoin
Crypto?
stuff.
Oh, yeah. That one's tight.
Because politics is local. That is the most relevant issue to what actually happens to my bank account. You dig?
So one of the things with if Trump really gets Elon involved,
Oh, that'd be so
and they start, I think the government's gotten too big and they're wasting so much fucking money.
Get rid of waste.
Yeah, because also there's a lot of unelected bureaucrats that create laws. And we have, and I understand what it's like because in Hawaii, right, like they did this single-use plastic ban. But the problem with a lot of these politicians is they don't even think about the effects, or they don't think it through of like, how many businesses is this going to affect? What is it for? Is there even a supply chain? They just go, that's bad. Let's end it, right? And most people, when they hear let's ban single-use plastic, they go, yeah, it's good for the environment. But there's no alternative.
Yeah, what's the solution?
There is no alternative yet, or an efficient alternative. It hasn't been well thought out.
And paper straws suck.
Paper straws
Paper
are
straws suck.
they're so
The alternative is so expensive that it hurt a lot of small businesses. So it was after COVID, a lot of small businesses they were already working on like 5% margins, right? So like people go, it's only a few cents. Yeah, but these restaurants are working on such small margins. I would say that it actually sped up these mom and pop shops closing down in Hawaii because of these stupid laws.
But it saved the turtles.
It did it.
Yeah, but they give you a plastic cup and 1 paper straw. This is like 90% plastic.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
By the way, Joe,
dumb.
but the grocery stores are price gouging everybody.
Yeah, the greedy.
The greedy grocery
The greedy gross, yeah.
They're not even getting 5% fucking return on their shit. And Kamala's out there saying that they're price gouging everybody. I love it.